영국 제2의 도시인 버밍엄에서 약 48km 떨어진 텔퍼드에는 세계 최초의 철교이자 유네스코 세계문화유산인 아이언 브리지가 있습니다. 제철소와 광선 사이를 편리하게 오가기 위해 만들어진 최초의 철교로서 영국 산업혁명의 상징이 된 아이언 브리지. 하지만 이 철교가 이 도시의 유일한 관광지는 아닌데요. 철교를 중심으로 형성된 많은 지역박물관이 있기 때문입니다. 기자들은 그 중에서도 1900년대 영국 빅토리아 시대를 재현한 블리스츠 힐 빅토리아 타운을 방문해봤습니다. 모자를 쓰고 조끼를 갖춰 입은 남자. 이곳에서 제철소를 소개하는 자원봉사자 피터 씨입니다. 기자들은 그의 안내를 따라가 봤습니다.
So we'll go to the bottom of the exhibit and we'll see how iron is made basically in the Victorian age. This building, by the way, the building itself has got an interesting history. Although most of our buildings are local, within about a 10-kilometre radius of here, this particular building actually came from the Royal Naval Dockyard on the River Thames near London. And we had to move it here brick by brick. The machines that you see in here came from an ironworks near Manchester, and that was actually the last wrought ironworks in the world. That closed down in 1974, and we were fortunate enough to get a number of their machines, which we now display.
피터 씨는 당시 연철공의 모습을 시범 삼아 보여주는데요.
Basically, the puddlers would be using what's called rattle bars, which are these, and these are heavy. I can hold it like that quite easily, but of course both my hands will now be in the furnace. To hold it properly, I will be holding it here. I can't lift this now. We'll be stirring this molten mixture. You've got to imagine that within this furnace there'd be molten iron at a temperature of 1400 to 1500 degrees. And as I say, once that's in there, I cannot move that at all. Can I borrow you for a moment? Can I ask you just to try and...
이때 피터 씨가 기자를 부르는데요.
But I just wanted to demonstrate how hard, how heavy this is. Don't try and lift it too much because it is heavy. But just have a feel of it, see what you think. Yeah.
피터 씨는 이곳에서 봉사하며 즐거움을 찾고 있다고 말합니다.
I suppose from my point of view as a volunteer, what drives me, what motivates me is the fact that I like meeting people. It's something where I can talk to different people every day. I can talk to different nationalities every day. And again, we can sort of compare notes, we can learn from them. And I think that's very, very important. A couple of times my boss here has said, why don't you apply for a paid job? And I haven't, simply because I enjoy being able to give something back to the heritage industry and to the local community.
이후 기자들은 박물관 관리자 로리 씨를 만나봤는데요. 로리 씨는 봉사자들이 적절한 역할을 맡아 일하면서 이곳을 더 나은 장소로 만든다고 설명합니다.
It's an almost free resource, and they're really engaged in what you do because they're really passionate. Otherwise, they wouldn't be volunteering. So it's really important that we find out what they want. So the first thing we do with volunteers is we ask them, who are you, and why would you want to volunteer with the museum? What are you interested in doing? And for some people, they might be interested in coming here and gardening, working with our grounds maintenance team and doing those things. Others might be really interested in working with our collections team to help them look after the collections and cataloguing, making sure those things are stored adequately and protected. And then we try and match that with something that we have, a skill or a role that we can give to them and a team we can match them with so that they've got somebody to work with, so that they feel part of that development of that team.
지역 유산의 생기를 불어넣는 또 다른 자원봉사자들을 만나보기 위해 기자들은 버밍엄 남서쪽의 도시 키더민스터로 향했습니다. 영국의 세번강을 따라 놓인 세번밸리 철도의 정거장 키더민스터역. 한때 석탄 운송이 활발했던 이 철도는 1963년 수익성 악화로 객차 운영이 중단됐습니다. 그러나 세번밸리 철도협회가 정부와의 협상으로 이 철도를 25,000파운드에 구매하면서 1966년부터 현재까지 운영하고 있습니다. 열차표를 끄는 관광객을 태우고 6개의 기차역을 오가는 이 열차. 50년대에 주로 활용됐던 증기기관차입니다. 역 주변에서는 사람들이 올드카 전시를 관심있게 살펴보는데요. 이곳에서 만난 자원봉사자는 10년간 봉사해온 베테랑입니다. 역장 옷을 갖춰 입고 기차역의 사소한 부분도 관리하고 있습니다.
We look after all the, like I say, the renovation of painting, repairing, making. Now, for instance, if we just walk this way, see that wooden litter bin? Well, I made 16 of those and then spread down the platform and in different places on the station.
기자들은 이 철도의 종착역인 브리지노스역으로 향하는 열차를 탔습니다. 이 열차의 검표원 역시 자원봉사자였습니다.
I'm a travelling ticket inspector, so I make sure everybody's got their ticket, help people get off the right station, make sure the train's prepared properly, and just to get on with all the customers. I've always worked with people, so when I retired, I want to carry on doing it.
브리지노스역에 도착해 만난 제니 씨는 기념품 판매를 맡고 있습니다.
My name is Janet and I've been working here at the railway for probably nearly 15 years now. Yes, and I really enjoy it. I work in the shop now, in the gift shop now, but I have also worked in the booking office. And at Christmas time, I dress up as Rudolph.
그는 이곳에서 사람들과 활기찬 삶을 이어간다는데요.
I just didn't want to sit at home. I wanted to get involved and keep me going into my old age.
버밍엄 대학교 역사학과 존 카먼 교수는 봉사자들이 활동하는 세번밸리 철도를 과거의 기억을 떠올리고 체험할 수 있는 공간으로 설명합니다.
It's like the Severn Valley Railway, which runs trains through the countryside, which is very nice. But specifically, it also has steam engines. And that's the big attraction. Because people remember steam trains. Or some people remember steam trains. I mean, they make a lot of noise and you can see the machinery. That's the great joy of these things. And there are people, not necessarily all that old either, who actually remember travelling on trains pulled by steam engines. And that takes them back to their childhood or whatever. And that's part of the attraction. But also it gives them a chance to live in a different age, and it's a chance to just dress up and be something different for a while. And you can do it against the backdrop of a railway engine and carriages from that period. So you can imagine yourself back in the 1940s. You wouldn't want to be back in the 1940s. 1940s were horrible, but you can imagine, and it becomes romantic and it's very nostalgic.
유산 안에서 자기 삶의 즐거움과 의미를 찾는 사람들. 자원봉사자들은 유산의 의미를 한층 더 풍부하게 만드는 것 같습니다. 그들은 오늘도 즐겁게 사람들을 만나고 있지 않을까요?